There are days where I wake up already behind, and not necessarily behind on schedule, not behind on my to do list, but behind on myself. Like my nervous system got the memo before I did that today. It's not going to be one of those days where everything just flows, where I can think clearly, respond gently, show up the way that I am capable of showing up. And then I wake up my child and I tell him, I can tell within like the 60 seconds of me standing by the door, him laying on his bed, the way he gives me a thumbs up. And when I tell him, okay, brush your teeth, dress up, knock the door when you're ready for school, you know, the way the air around us or around him just feels charged, restless, like a current running too hot through a wire that wasn't built for it today. And you know what nobody tells you about parenting a child with ADHD, especially when you both share the same wiring? It's that there are days when two of you are dysrelegated at the same time, and the tools you're supposed to reach for, the deep breathing, the co-regulation, the calm voice, the grounding techniques, they feel like they're behind a glass door that you can't read. You see it, you just can't get to them right now. And I'm supposed to be his anchor. But what happens when the anchor needs anchoring, like the anchorer needs anchoring themselves? I can sit in a room full of people and feel completely alone on days like those, like the past few days, how I've been feeling. And it's not because that person or the people did anything wrong. Maybe they did do something to trigger me a little or nothing at all. And it's not because I don't love the people around me, but my nervous system is screaming, and then my son's nervous system is screaming, and the world just keeps moving like everything is fine. And you start to feel like you exist on a frequency nobody else is tuned into. Explaining it feels exhausting because they won't get it. Even the attempt feels too much. So you go quiet, I go quiet, I get still. And it's not because I'm giving up, but because stillness is the only mercy available to me in that moment. Sometimes the most relegated thing I can do and my son can do for himself is just to be. No fixing, no redirecting, no performing calm. You don't have it. I don't have the calm. Just kind of just coexisting together in the hardness of it all. And the mom guilt, oh my God. The mom guilt sits right on top of it all. You should be doing better. You should know how to handle this by now. What kind of a mother can't calm her son down? Or what kind of a mother can't understand her son down? The thing is, I understand him, right? I understand him. But it's just, I had that moment, I myself need to relegate myself. I need baseline. So this is to the mothers who feel these emotions rushing down on them. I want to say something to that voice directly, the voice that we hear in the back of our head. It is lying to you. So, struggling to relegate on a hard day is not our character flaw. It is not the evidence that we're failing our children, especially those that are neurodivergent. It is evidence that you and I are humans, that our nervous system is real, that we have limits, and that you're still here, still showing up, even when showing up looks like sitting on the floor next to that kid, just breathing, or you in his room, or you in your room and him in his room, both just trying to breathe. He doesn't need your child. Our children do not need perfect parents. We're not perfect parents by any means. Even neurotypical parents are not perfect. So our children just need parents or mothers who do not abandon them when things get hard, including a mother who doesn't abandon herself when things get hard. So some days, the most loving thing I do for my son, and I do, is give myself permission not to be okay without punishing myself for it to the best of my ability. And you guys know that it's very hard for us neurodivergent parents. Some days are the most relegated I get is just quiet, present, not fixed, just there. And somewhere in the middle of those days, usually when I stop trying to force both of us back to baseline, just let us land wherever we land. Something shifts slowly, not dramatically, but the charge in the room drops just enough, and we find each other again. We find our baseline again. So if you're having one of those days, I see you, I understand you. And it's not because I have the answers. Currently, I am myself and am sitting in the same silence and wondering if anyone else knows what it feels like. This is just for that parent. This is for that mom. This is for that dad. I hear you. I see you. If you haven't subscribed, like, comment, and be sure to do that, please. Thank you.